Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Coaches Show. I'm your host, John Robbins, joined by head coach Sam Bauman, as always, and Donny Pattison. This week, as the Tomcats fell to W&J over this past weekend, Coach will open up with you. A tough loss for sure, but how do you rebound going into homecoming week against Waynesburg?
I mean, we watched the film. We got the positives out of it. We got the negatives out of it. We coached up off it, and now it's on to the next. And it's how we go about having a tough weekend. It's really how you attack the next week. And I think as of Sunday, we had a good mindset, and I'm excited to get things kicked off with practice today.
And speaking of, in sports, there's a lot of next man up mentality, and Morantis stepped into the starting role for the first time in his career. How do you feel about his performance after a rough start?
I think he grew into the game, and the thing that I will say about Christian is he played tough. He was in there. He took some licks, and he just kept getting back up. He kept willing the team to score, and when you take the positives out of it, we're the first team to put up two scores on this W&J team. So he was able to orchestrate some really good stuff, and he's got some room to grow. But I was pretty proud of him, and really happy with his toughness that he showed.
And you helped me lead to my next question, actually, which is you did put up the most points, 14 points against the stingy W&J defense. How do you guys continue that momentum, and what helped you facilitate that in this game?
I mean, it's a testament. I think this game was our first game that we ran the ball more than we threw. Just sticking to that run game, trusting that our running backs are good. Our O-line is going to be able to open up some seams, and just being really aggressive with that, and then throwing off of that. And I think that opened up things for Christian, and we helped wear down what is I truly believe the best front that we're going to see all year with their linebackers, their D-line. It's a good football team. They got a big game coming up this weekend, and it was tough sledding for us, but I think they really hunkered down and stuck to our guns and played really good football on that side of the ball.
Now, flipping to the defensive end, the defense was mostly able to limit big plays against you guys. How were you able to keep the high-powered offense from breaking off big chunk plays?
I think the chunk plays they did hit were very costly, and that's kind of where my mind went right away. But overall, it was a chance for us just to go out and play fast and aggressive. And I think when we did that, we matched up really well with them. When we were out there trying to do more than just playing our role, that's when we got hurt. So I think that's what we really learned off this film is if we just play within ourselves, we're a really good unit. If we try to do more than that, teams can be aggressive against us. And I think that was really kind of where we fell apart a little bit as a defense, and why we weren't able to be as successful as I knew we could have been going into this game.
And a very physical football team, W&J, is there's no question about that one. A bunch of guys were banged up after this game. Any word on those guys?
I think banged up is the right thing. So I think no one's really where we're worried about multiple weeks or anything like that. I think there's just a lot of soreness right now, a lot of seeing how we feel on Monday and then going in through the rest of the week. So I anticipate having all, if not most of those guys back. So I'm looking forward to kind of how we come out and practice this week, and how we're able to knock some of that the soreness off that we definitely got on Saturday.
Now, flipping to Donnie, going back to one of Coach's answers, talking about the running backs in this past game. You stepped up as a backup running back from your normal position at tight end the last 2 weeks. What led to that change, and what helped you want and accept this role?
I always tell Coach Bauman and Coach DJ that whatever you guys need me to do, whatever you want me to play, I'm willing to do so. If they need me to stand on the sideline and hold a clipboard, I'd be willing to do that too if that's what's best for the team. But Jordan Collier's been battling a bit of an injury lately. Coach DJ trusts me enough to have me go back there, carry the ball a little bit, so I was excited for that role, and appreciate his trust in me to fulfill that role.
And you've only lost 2 yards in the last 14 carries that you've had over the last 2 games. How have you been able to be such a reliable rusher when called upon?
Yeah, our O-line does a great job making holes. I mean, all credit goes to them, really. It's pretty nice running behind them when you can see everything develop as soon as you get the ball in your hand. So just able to get downhill. I'm a bigger back. You're not going to expect me to go out there and run a lot of left to right. So I just try to get my nose over my toes and get downhill. But big shout out to the guys up front for just creating the holes and making everything possible.
And you're definitely a team player, named team captain, senior leader on this team. And How do you keep this team motivated going into homecoming in Waynesburg week?
Yeah, we've had some close games with Waynesburg over the past couple of years, so I know we're really excited to compete with them again, and just we really want to get them this year. We've lost some close games, we've had some better games against them over the past couple of years. Motivation's never been a big problem with this team. Everyone's always excited. Coach Bauman always preaches just staying constant, staying at a level, play to operate in. So everyone's very excited. Homecoming, we had the first chance to win back-to-back home games for the first time in a while. So I think everyone's excited. Everything with W&J happened, but it's all aboard and all eyes on Waynesburg now.
Coach, you want to build off that answer from Donnie?
No, just like you said, I think the guys are excited to compete. It's a team that we definitely feel like we match up well with. It's a good football team. The record is definitely not an indicator of their talent. They've had kind of a murderer's row the first couple weeks with the teams that they've played, and they've played them tough. But overall, I think if we go out there and we perform the way we perform, I'm expecting good things on Saturday.
And now, Donnie, flipping back to you, our last question today. What would another win, especially on homecoming, mean to this team and group of upperclassmen that's fought so hard to build this program?
Yeah, it's huge. I feel like it's the next stage in our progression here. Each thing we've gone through, with Bethany, it was, learning how to win last year. And then this year was learning how to win again, finish games, and learning to compete and stuff like that. So now, we're learning how to win multiple games and beat more than just one team a year. So I feel like it's just the next step in our progression, and that's kind of where our eyes are going forward. It's not our goal is not 1-9. I think a lot of people could see from the outside like, oh, the football team won one game, it's great, but we got bigger aspirations, bigger dreams than that. So get second win, really build some momentum and confidence going into the second half of the season.
So now with guys that come onto the show, I'm starting to let them do shout outs. You got anybody that you want to shout out, Donnie?
Anybody want to shout out? Shout out Joey Fell. He'll be back this week. We're excited. He got cleared Saturday morning, so excited to have him back. He's been a tough week going through an injury, so we're excited to have him back.
Awesome. Coach, thanks for coming on. Donnie, thanks as well. Later this week, we'll have the preview show. Big week for homecoming, so I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'll get you guys out of here. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.